Washington.
You must let me access the well, Kesh. It's the only way to change our fate.
Destiny cannot be claimed through...
The countdown clock on Dr. Elena Voss's wrist display read 42212 when the airlock seal failed. Not exploded. Not blown. Failed. A slow, hissing death that meant she had 4 minutes before the toxic atmosphere of Kepler 9c ate through her lungs like acid through paper. She'd seen it happen to Corporal Reyes 3 days ago. She was not going to die screaming like he did. She ran. The colony's exosuit fabric was already blistering at the seams, the planet's sulfuric wind clawing through microscopic tears faster than the suit's self-sealing gel could patch them. Behind her, the mining rig she'd been sent to sabotage was still burning, the fire throwing long orange shadows across a landscape of black glass dunes. She hadn't meant to trigger the secondary charge. She hadn't meant for any of this. Ahead, a fissure split the obsidian rock, narrow, dark, and her only chance. Elena didn't think. She dove. She fell longer than she expected, longer than should have been physically possible for a crack that shallow. When she hit bottom, it wasn't stone that caught her. It was light. A pool of liquid silver, glowing faintly blue, rippled beneath her body like it had been waiting. Her suit's proximity alarm screamed radiation warnings her brain was too oxygen-starved to process. Her vision tunneled. Her last conscious act was tearing off her failing helmet, gasping. Expecting death, getting instead a lungful of air that tasted like static electricity, and somehow, impossibly, didn't kill her. Then everything went white. When Elena woke, the burns on her arms were gone. Not healed, erased, like they'd never existed. She sat up too fast, her head spinning, and found herself in a cavern lit by that same silver-blue pool, its glow pulsing gently like something breathing. She was not alone. A figure crouched at the pool's edge, watching her with eyes the color of dying stars, pupils slit like a cat's, irises of burnt amber that seemed to hold their own inner fire. Its skin was pale as bone, stretched tight over a frame too tall, too angular to be human, though the shape was unmistakably humanoid. Around its neck hung a necklace of small metal tags, dozens of them each stamped with a name. "You drank," it said. Its voice sounded like two voices speaking slightly out of sync. "You should be dead. The well does not give without asking." Elena's hand went instinctively to her sidearm. Gone, lost somewhere above in the fire and the fall. "What are you?" "Kesh," it said, as though that answered everything. "Keeper. You are the third of your kind to fall into my well. The first two, I buried." It tilted its head, studying her the way a scientist studies a specimen. "You may be the one who finally understands." "Understands what?" Kesh reached up and touched one of the tags on its necklace, worn, tarnished, older than the others. "Every life the well saves, it takes from somewhere else, not randomly. It reaches. It finds the nearest spark of life equal in weight to the one it mends, and it pulls." The creature's amber eyes fixed on her. "Somewhere above us, right now, something is dying that was not dying 5 minutes ago, because of you." Elena's stomach dropped. "That's not possible." "You're Corporal Reyes," Kesh said quietly. "He died 3 days ago in agony, yes? Lungs eaten by the wind?" Her blood went cold. "How do you—" "Because I felt it. I feel every debt the well collects. He did not die from the atmosphere, Dr. Voss. The well took him. For a child, born in your colony's medical bay, 6 minutes premature and not breathing." Kesh's expression, if it could be called that, held something like pity. "You called it a tragic accident. It was payment." Elena stared at the glowing pool, and for the first time she noticed what she'd missed in her panic. The water wasn't just glowing. It was humming, low and constant, like a held breath. "Then take it back," she said, voice shaking. "Whatever you took from me, give it back to whoever's dying up there right now. I don't want it." Kesh's laugh was a dry, rattling sound. "It does not work backward, little healer. The well only pours forward. You cannot refuse a gift already given. You can only choose what you do with the debt now sitting on your shoulders. There has to be a way to stop this, to shut it down. Others have tried. Kesh gestured to the necklace of tags, and now Elena understood what they were. Dozens of names, dozens of failed attempts. The well is older than my people, older than the mountains around it. It does not want to be stopped. It wants to be used. The creature stood, joints unfolding with an unsettling, insectile grace. Your corporation already suspects something valuable is buried here. That is why they sent you to blow up the mining rig, not to sabotage it, Doctor, to hide it. Your superiors do not want competitors finding this before they do. Elena's mouth went dry. That part, at least, was true. She hadn't been told why Command wanted the rig gone, only that it was priority 1 and that she wasn't the only asset in play. They're going to come back, she said slowly. With bigger ships, bigger drills, yes. Kesh's amber eyes burned brighter, and when they find the well, they will not ask questions. They will not weigh its price. They will drink from it, sell from it, mine it dry, and every drop they take will be paid for in lives that never agreed to the bargain. The creature stepped closer, close enough that Elena could see her own reflection warped in those strange eyes. You have 4 minutes left before your ship's automated recovery beacon locks onto your suit signal and drags you back to the surface. In that time, you must decide something no human has ever been asked to decide. What? Whether the debt you carry is worth paying forward, or whether you let this well, and everything it knows, die with this mountain. Elena looked down at her hands, unscarred, unblemished, alive because someone else, somewhere above her, was not. She thought of the nursery, the premature infant, a trade she never consented to and could never undo. If I destroy it, she said slowly, does the debt go away? No. Kesh's voice dropped, almost gentle now. The dead stay traded, but no one else pays after you. That is the only mercy left to give. Somewhere far above, muffled through half a mile of rock, Elena heard the distant thunder of engines. Reinforcements, or worse, the corporation's real survey team, come to finish what her sabotage had only delayed. She had 4 minutes to decide whether to save a myth or bury it forever, and whether the life now humming quietly in her own chest was a gift worth protecting, or a wound she owed the universe the courage to close. The countdown on her wrist blinked past, old Re 30. Kesh held out one long, pale hand toward the glowing water. Choose, Doctor. The mountain is listening.